Guys, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we will learn how we can create a floating action button in SwiftUI with some animation. Here I have a header, to-do list and logout. And a button here, plus button. When I will click on here, it will pop out with two buttons, which is in Android it is called floating action button. We can call it a expandable button also. So this is popping out two buttons and with some color changes and rotating the X mark inside this red button. So how we can create this kind of yeah, UI floating button? So let's get started with the code. I have Let's create a new view, Swift UI view, and a floating button view, and we will call it floating button view. And here what we have, hello world text, we will remove this one and remove this one, and we have home screen where we have it is showing the logout button header only. For now we will create a uh, floating button here. So click on the floating button and start coding with the first of all we will take a v stack with the spacing of 25 and a v stack inside spacer. So let's get started with the button. Its name spacing. So we need to add a spacing here also, 25. First of all, what we will do, first of all we will create a button, upper two buttons. So for that we need to add a button and action here, and the UI part will be here. So first of all, inside this button we will take a vstack, and one more thing, we will add a variable name where is it will be of a binding type, where is expanded boolean type. So what we need to do, if first of all if is expanded, then we will show the floating button image. I have images here in assets, edit, fruit and more. So first of all we have edit image, then resizable, then frame width of 25 and height of 25. Then we have padding of 20, now we need to add a background color to this vstack. Background color login color. I have this struct here which contains the color's name. I have given a header color. This is initiated here. header color. So we need to only give the name to the colors, and this will be impacted on the background, and the clip shape will be circle type of. So it will create a circle around the image and with some padding. So this is all about the one button. So we need to create a one more button also, that will be for the Apple floating button. So we will copy this and paste this one and align this, and here image name will be fruit. So whenever it will be expanded, then it will show the image, otherwise it will not show. So now what we have to do is adding the bottom button. This will be outside this the cross button. So for that, first of all, we need to add a button with some action, and the V stack. To create a UI for the button, we need to add a V stack, and the inside the V stack we need to add a image. We will keep this image here and put this one here, so it will not take more time. And the image name will be more button, more, sorry, 35 of 35. So and the when we click on the image, it it is rotating because we need to add a rotational effect for this. For this, if is is expanded, then angle will be 45 degree. We will rotate it with 45 degree, otherwise angle will be 0. And otherwise it will be plus button, or when we will click on this button, then it will be a cross button. So now what we have to do is that remove this padding 20 and add a background color to change the background of the um, floating button. So for that we need to add a this check and remove this angle from here and from here. First of all, if it is expanded, then color, foreground color will be red and background color will be red, otherwise it will be header color, this one. So now what we have to do, right now it is not connected with the home screen view, home view. So what we have to do here, we have is expanded here because we have already taken here is expanded. So we will pass, sorry, we will pass this variable. For now it is showing like this. For now it is showing like this. Now after we will add this floating button view, then it will be dollar view model dot is expanded. What we have to only add this line here, and all other code will be done here in floating. So let's run this code. What it will be do? Remove this canvas from here. So what we have right now, let's see. One more thing what we have to do is that button. After the button, what we have to do is padding background red, and it will be of clip shape type. Let's see. Right now it is showing here, so it will be of a clip shape circle, so it will be rounded. So one more thing what we have to do is add the foreground color, so it will change the foreground color of the image. uh, let's see, color dot white, and then we have to do add the frame here dot frame. It will be of max width and max height. Max width will be infinity, and max height will be infinity. And then we have to add padding from bottom, so it will move upward. So we will add bottom padding and move 40 55 up. And one more thing, when we will click on the plus button, the background of the around the floating button will change to black with some opacity. So for that we need to add a background if is expanded. If it is expanded, then color will be black with the opacity 0.3, otherwise color will be clear. And one more thing what we have to do is edge ignore. So ignore all edges, and now run this code. It will work perfectly as it was showing before in the demo. So all you have to do is use the state MVVM model here, what we have already added is expanded, and pass this for binding variable. Whenever right now it is not clickable, so for that we need to add an action here with some animation. With some animation, the animation will be of a spring type, 0.4 dot spring 0.4 0.8 and 0.5, 0.8 and 0.5, and remove this, and self dot is expanded dot toggle. Whenever expanded is true, it will make it false and vice versa. So this animation, let's see what it will do. First of all, the buttons are not displayed. When we will click on the plus button, the button will be displayed. So let's see what it will do. Running right now. As you can see, it is changing the button, and but we have here blue color of icons, so for that we need to add a foreground for the button. It will be foreground white for the button, for both the buttons. So it will change the background color, foreground color to white, because by default the foreground color of button is yeah, blue, because it denotes for some uh, kind of link or clickable type of, so that's why it is blue by default. So we need to change this to white. Now you can see, this is all for today's tutorial. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you.